Hey, what's up everyone? Our teams were subjected to the can-can.
Typing braille.
Looking for the Statue of Liberty. I've done that when I went to New York, but that's beside the point.
But after all that, the results are to be continued.
To be continued. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your Amazing Race Breakdown. Right, before we get started, if you are new around here, yes, you, I'm looking at you right now. Hi there, welcome. Welcome to the club. Whoa, bit too much. Please hit the subscribe button. We're not stalking them, Sam. Hit the subscribe button. We'd love for you to join us around here. We're here every single week, breaking down the Amazing Race, and we've only got a couple of weeks left at this point. There, Sam. It's all going to be okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't either. We're going to the UK for Christmas. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So make sure you hit the subscribe button, folks. We're here every single week for that, plus Survivor and more reality coverage content in the new year. We're also going to ask you all,
hit the like button.
Yeah.
It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, being smaller content creators. So if you just want to take 0.2 seconds to hit that button, that would be a massive help.
Yeah, and I'm going to do my best at not sounding like I am 175 years old right now and say I believe there is something called hype points.
Yes.
Use your hype points if you are so willing to do so. I would appreciate that. Both of us would.
Yes.
But we've got we've got a lot to talk about, so let's get to the breakdown. Alright everyone, how we doing? If you have missed us the last week, we were away for Thanksgiving. We had lots of good food, lots of good company, because we kind of had two Thanksgivings. We had one here where we had people come over, and then we went to New York to celebrate with some other family. So lots and lots of celebrations, which is why we were missing in action last week. But we're back. We're back now.
We're back. Also, we made the turkey.
We did make the turkey. Listen,
pretty impressive.
Life takes you in directions you just don't expect. I was like in disbelief all week. I was thinking to myself, if you told me 4 or 5 years ago I'd be married to an American preparing the turkey for Thanksgiving, I don't even know what I would have said. Like, that's kind of insane. But lo and behold, we did it. And we smashed it.
We did.
So well done, us.
Yeah.
But we're back now to talk.
Yes,
Listen, if there was a turkey baking contest on the Amazing Race,
we would smash it.
We would smash it. But we hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving as well. This was only my second Thanksgiving as well.
Your second Thanksgiving ever.
My second Thanksgiving, and I prepared the turkey on my second Thanksgiving ever. Yep. So well done, Tom, if I can say so myself.
And it's my 25th, so...
Your 25th Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my 25th
Yeah, it's old to you. You know what I mean? You've had 23 more Thanksgivings than me.
Yep.
That's outrageous. I'm trying to think how many more pies you've had. I need to play catch up. I'm just going to eat more and more pie every single... A lot more pie. Well, I'm going to catch up, all right?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Deal.
Listen, I take pie very seriously.
I know you do.
Wow. Well, on that note, I think we should start talking about the Amazing Race before I get a reputation. Sam, would you care to give us the lowdown of...
Our teams met up at the airport, and they all went on the same flight.
Yes, they did.
To Paris.
My European brother from the, I'm in the northeast of England, but France is to the south of the country. So I've been to France before. It's the first one of all of these countries of European adventure that I can say I've been to.
I've not been to any of them.
You haven't been to any of them, yeah. Well,
no.
One day.
One day. Yeah, you'll take me to Paris.
Yeah, if you stop the pie comments, then I will. But that sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Deal.
Deal. We got this. Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they all got there, and then they took a taxi over to Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. Now, that's a musical I haven't seen, but I want to see. I do love a musical. I really do.
I know some songs from the musical Moulin Rouge.
What I understand with Moulin Rouge is they take modern pop songs or more famous songs and kind of put them kind of cabaret style. That's showbiz, kind of thing.
But this place is what it was based off of.
Oh, yeah.
It's a famous cabaret club.
Yep.
So this was really fun to see. And all the teams had to perform the can-can.
Wow. I mean, that was fun. I love...
It was so fun.
Listen, right? I've loved the can-can since I was a kid. Like, I love listening to that song. I know it sounds random, but, like, it's such a...
That's fun.
It's such a tune. Like, I don't know. It's just... To me, the can-can... I'm getting serious for a second. The can-can is one of the greatest pieces of classical music, of just music in general, of all time. It's fantastic. Everyone from ages 1 to 100, happy birthday Dick Van Dyke.
What about 0-year-olds?
They don't know it. They don't know it, Sam. Listen,
Why?
Everyone gets introduced to can-can when they're 1.
When they're 1 years old on their first birthday.
That's what every single
Right.
1-year-old in the world gets
Right.
taught the can-can
Right.
at 1 years old.
So once they were done with the can-can, they went over to the Roadblock, where they had to type braille.
That's a tough one.
Very tough.
Arguably the toughest
Yes.
of the season so far. I think I'd send you to do the braille.
I think I could do it, but I would do the Joseph strat where I went extremely slow. Slow and steady wins the race, you know?
Yeah.
So...
Well, slow and steady gets you 3rd place.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
I do.
So, because if you even mess up once, you have to restart it and do the whole thing over again.
Yes.
So that's tough. That's really tough.
Yeah.
Because you have to chuck the paper away, restart. That's rough.
It's like anything though. Like when I was thinking how people used to have to type on a typewriter.
They would have to do that, yeah.
Braille or not, you would have to type on a typewriter, right? And you know, I'll tell you what, Angela Lansbury must have gone through a lot of different... Listen, I've seen that Murder, She Wrote. She how many seasons of Murder, She Wrote was there?
Like a million.
She had to type on that typewriter so many times.
Yeah.
No woman has contributed to deforestation more than Jessica Fletcher. Jokes aside, I love Angela Lansbury. She's one of my favourites of all time. She's the best. But yeah, that's a difficult task.
That's very difficult. That's
very, very tough. Arguably the toughest I think we've seen of the season as a whole.
I would have to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then after the Roadblock, they encountered a Scramble. Ooh.
If it doesn't involve eggs, I'm not in.
Well, then you're out. So the teams had 3 different locations where they had to find the Statue of Liberty. And they were all around Paris. So they were like in completely different directions. So teams had to figure out what the best route was.
Yes.
But they didn't even know where the pit stop location was. So
finding out the Statue of Liberty replicas, that's what would give them the hint of where they had to go. It was an interesting leg, and with some interesting lines. There's one I do want to bring up. In fact, I'm just going to plant the seed right now, and I'm going to let you talk about, because you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what this is.
Notre Dame. Oh, sorry, as our lovely Americans say, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
What would you like to remind everybody of the wonderful line that Jag... Was it Jag or Jazz? I think it was Jag.
I think it was Jag.
Probably Jag. One of the two.
Yeah. It's hard to tell twins apart sometimes.
So hard.
They look like very similar. So one of the brothers said, "Oh, that's what Hunchback of Notre Dame is based off of."
Oh, my word. I was just like, dude, it's like someone seeing a sponge and being like...
"Oh, that's SpongeBob SquarePants."
Like,
that's where it came from.
That's what SpongeBob's based off.
Is.
No
that's
way,
what
man.
SpongeBob's based off.
Oh, my word. Listen, I've got to be honest though, right? I'm going to put my hands up right now. I was never a big fan of Jag on Big Brother. Not a fan of his game. I was never against him on a personal level. I found him a little cringe from time to time, and I still find the both of them cringe on The Amazing Race. But it's made me like them more.
Yeah.
It's made me like them more than I like them on Big Brother. Yeah, you know, like
they're very funny.
Yeah, they're a little cringe, but they're not hurting anyone.
No,
you know what I mean?
They seem like very nice guys.
I agree completely. Yeah. Very, very nice guys, and they're very good at competition. They are just the great competitors.
They're like superhuman.
If I was in a competition with Jag and Jazz, I'd be pooping my pants because I think that they are. I think they're great at what they do. So I just want to take my hat off, not literally because my hair's a mess. But whoa! You just came this close to being banned from TV Talks with Tom.
Divorce.
Well, okay, I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, no, well done to them. I think they're absolutely crushing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that leads us into the placements of this episode that we always talk about. It's no surprise to anyone. First place this week.
Jazz and Jag.
Yeah.
What a surprise!
What a surprise!
What a surprise!
They had a great episode. Honestly, I
Yeah.
would sit here and try and critique anything. I can't think of any.
Okay.
You got something?
So they didn't take the most efficient route with the Scramble.
You're right.
But somehow they still got first.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Like, there's been episodes where they've, like, run into, like, some difficulties, but they're still able to get, like, in the top 3.
Yes.
Like, how do they do it? I just don't get it.
I think it's those magnificent beards that give them
superpowers.
Yeah, they are magnificent beards, and you know, it will let them win those beards are going to make them win the race.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
That's it. I've decided.
Yeah.
Fantastic run for them.
Yeah. So they crushed the can.
Yes.
They were smart on, like, before they went through a bit of the practice, and then they were like, I really want to hear what it actually sounds like out there to get a feel of, like, what we actually need to do on stage.
Yeah.
Because translating it from, like, just practice to on stage is so different. So they went on stage before they were fully ready. Their first attempt was hilarious. It was so bad, but it was smart that they went on stage so that they could, like...
They still weren't the worst, I've got to say.
No, they were not the worst, but it was very funny.
Very funny. I love the kite dance. So this was a
too.
fantastic one, and I love it on The Amazing Race when this is going to make me sound slightly sadistic. I just love it when a team fails over and over, and
it is pretty funny.
And they have to keep doing the same crap because it's not like it's like a really difficult thing. It's not like you're watching The Challenge and they've had to scale a mountain and then they have to do it again. That would be like, I'd be like, ooh. Whereas in The Amazing Race, it's like, oh God, they're gonna have to eat 17 more olives, or or they're gonna have to do the can again, or
it's so funny.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's
so
really fun.
I do like that, and they smashed that, and Jag and Jazz, I'm pretty sure, have won the equivalent of winning The Amazing Race in trip money, just from coming first place. They've got like food tasting tours around every single country in Europe.
Yeah. They're gonna have a great year.
Oh, of course they're gonna have a great year. They've probably had a great year.
They probably already did.
They've probably been on these trips already.
Right.
It's so funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been. It's funny because I was talking about my Survivor video this week, and I said I've never been so sure if somebody is going to win Survivor. I think it's going to be Savannah.
Yeah.
I have never been so sure that someone is going to win The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
That it is Jazz and Jag.
Oh, yeah.
How weird that...
From the cast reveal.
Yeah. From the cast reveal. and I've seen bits of Amazing Race seasons here and there. But again, I think just on reality TV seasons, it's hard from the offset, from episode 1, to tell who's going to win. And I called Savannah and Jazz and Jag from episode 1 on each individual thing, and I'm still sticking with what I said there.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take the whole thing, and props to them.
Yeah.
Second place this episode, Sam, went to Kylin and Taylor.
They had a good episode for the most
part. They did.
They started off a bit rocky.
Yep.
Because their taxi driver was like, I know the most efficient route. I know all the shortcuts. And then he ended up getting them stuck in construction traffic.
So if there's any kids watching right now, the lesson of the week is don't trust your taxi driver always. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. Or an Uber driver. It's the 21st century. We might be going a bit more bougie. But yeah, the taxi driver did kind of screw him up there.
Yeah. So they were pretty late to Moulin Rouge and pretty late to doing the can.
Yeah.
But luckily, Taylor is a fantastic dancer. Kylin was pretty scared of dancing.
Yeah.
He said that going into the race, he was scared of any dance challenge.
He did well, though.
He did very well. I was surprised at how well he did from being not a dancer and scared of dancing. So they crushed it.
They did crush it. I think we should take a moment to... well, imagine we've got an invisible MVP badge each, right? Pick up your MVP badge, Sam.
Yep.
Who are we giving it to for the can alone?
Taylor. Absolutely.
Easy.
Absolutely.
She crushed it.
Yeah.
She looked like she was
no sweat.
part of the dance crew. Like she did fantastic. Kylan picked it up pretty fast.
He did.
He did. He mucked it up at first, but you know, he locked back in.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found interesting was some of them would like just go backstage and go again, whereas some of them would be like, nah, we're going back to the dance hall to practice and then lock in. And I feel like that was actually more beneficial.
Yeah. Because if you just keep doing it over and over again, then you're not really like getting better at the parts that you weren't.
And you're a dancer, you know these things.
No, I would have, unless I knew exactly where I messed up, I would go back to the practice room.
Yeah.
If I knew exactly where I messed up and like, oh no, I can do that again. Like I just messed up this one part.
Yes.
I would go back and do another attempt.
Yes.
But if I was completely like, I don't know what the frick I'm doing here, I would absolutely go back to the practice room.
Yeah. I think that's the smarter route there. Let's talk about the braille for a second. I know you touched on it briefly with Joseph, but Jazz and Jag, Taylor and Kylin, how do you think they managed the braille?
They crushed it. I mean,
they're locked in.
Jag, like, he just did it.
Yeah.
Like,
there's nothing he can't do.
No. And I think Taylor and Jag's strategy was just to go slower and double check everything, and that was the best way to go.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those things where you have to be a little patient, because if you just rush through it like we saw with Izzy, you're gonna have to keep going over and over again, and you're gonna lose a lot of time if you just keep trying to go too fast. So that was great. They were great at that. Jag only needed like 2 attempts. His first one, he like messed up right at the beginning, and then he was just like, all right, I'm on to the next one, and then he finished it.
No, they both crushed it. I'm glad you brought Izzy up, because we were left with a to be continued at the end of this episode, as we discussed earlier in the video. So as of right now, we actually don't know who has been eliminated. So I think it feels right to speculate. Yeah. Because who loves... I love a bit of speculation.
Love a bit of it.
Who doesn't love a bit of speculation? Joseph and Adam, Izzy and Paige. Let's size their games up this week. Joseph and Adam absolutely tanked on the can.
Yeah.
It was absolutely horrific. They did terrible. They got there eventually. Yeah. But it took them about 48 days. And, you know, that's going to hold you up, right?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
What we've got to remember, I think, with the Amazing Race is the edit. The traffic edit is what I like to call it. You know, it's easy for the producers to go, just make them look like they're in traffic. Make them look like they're in traffic. Even though like somebody's 2 hours ahead of the person who's back. Put them in traffic. They're both racing to there till the last second. You know, put them in traffic. Yeah. That's the thing. I've noticed
up on that
very similar between the 2 seasons I've seen, season 1 and this season. You know, like which is furthest apart possible.
You never actually know how much time is between each team, because they make it look like it's so close.
But it's not, you know, like one of them's going to be ahead, and we're going to speculate who is. Izzy and Paige, of course, they mucked up the can a little bit, but they got there. Pretty fast, I would say. Yeah. Braille is for Joseph and Izzy. That's really where it kind of started to decide who was going to take the lead and who was going to end up stuck in traffic on the edit. I've cracked it.
They had to make a drama cliffhanger for the finale.
Of course they did. So I am going to just straight up rip the Band-Aid off right now. In fact, I think at the same time, we'll do a countdown, and we're both going to look at the camera, at the wonderful people out there. Hi, guys. And we're going to say who we think was eliminated.
Was eliminated? Okay.
All right. Not who we want to be.
No, who we think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It could go either way, but I'm going to go with
I have a pretty good idea.
I'm going to go with my gut.
Yep.
As everyone should. All right. After 1, 3, 2, 1. Izzy and Paige. Yeah. That brought me no pleasure saying that. No. Because I don't think Joseph can win it. I think Izzy and Paige could win it if they were still in, but Joseph and Adam, I feel like, would lay down their lives for Taylor to win.
Joseph would.
Not Adam. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't.
Adam has been calling Joseph out.
I shouldn't throw Adam in there. I'm sorry, Adam. I shouldn't throw him in there. But you're right. Joseph, to me, I love the guy. I think he's a very sweet guy, but he's a non-entity as a competitor in this game, because I just think he would lay down his own game to let Taylor win.
Yeah.
And listen, that's a nice thing to do, but I like to see competition. I like to see competitors. I like somebody trying to beat a winner that has won something already, right? Because no matter what happens here, whoever makes it through, whether it be Joseph or Izzy, will be going up against two Big Brother winners.
Yeah.
Two people who have won Big Brother. Joseph and
Task.
Izzy haven't won anything, right?
No.
And that's, to me, again, I'm just outraged that I think they let winners get this far. There should have been alliances excluding the winners. There should have been ganging up on the winners and, giving them disadvantages. But no, Taylor's thrown disadvantages to Izzy and Paige, even though, she talks about how, the women are supposed to be supporting each other, and she threw her toys out the pram when she wasn't supported, So, it's wild to me watching all this play out, and it feels a lot like the red carpet has just been, and not by the producers, no. By the contestants, have rolled the red carpet out, hence why we're wearing red today,
right.
for the winners to get to the end. So at this point, all I can say is I think a winner deserves to win. This is what I always think, whether it's Survivor or Big Brother. If you let a winner get that far, you deserve to lose. And I stand by it there. Yeah. So Jag or Taylor, I think, completely deserves to win this run. Mm-hmm. I'm completely excluding Jazz and Kylin, but I'm only honing in on them.
The winners.
They are the winners,
They're
right?
Winners.
But I do mean the teams as a whole. Sam, I'm going to ask you, why do you think it's Izzy and Paige?
Okay, so there's a couple reasons for this. So Izzy and Paige actually finished the can before Joseph and Adam.
Yep.
But they took so long to find a taxi that Joseph and Adam were able to get to the braille part.
These
before.
dumb taxis.
Yeah.
Every single time.
So, well, Izzy and Paige, they needed to step it up a little bit, but Joseph and Adam ended up getting to the braille before them.
Yes.
And when they were at the braille part, Joseph, he only had one, he did it in one attempt. Because it
was close to home for him.
It was close to home. His mother has gone blind in one eye and is going blind in the other. So she started to learn how to read Braille.
Yeah.
And she was telling him the most frustrating part is patience.
Yeah.
So that stuck with him. And this one meant a lot to him. So he wanted to take it very seriously.
I thought that was very sweet, actually.
Very sweet, yeah. So he knew patience is the key. So he would do one at a time, double check his work, double check everything, and then to another. Whereas Izzy was like, chook, 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 and then she would mess up and not realize she messed up.
Are you telling me that Izzy was erratic? What? What? Izzy wasn't organised?
No. She was going chook, 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 chook. And I know it's really tempting to do that, but she would mess up right in the beginning, but not even notice, so she would do the entire thing. And then she would get it checked, and they would circle something at the beginning. So, she wasn't double-checking her work after she typed everything. She just kept going.
Yeah.
And then she had to retry, and not learning from that.
Yeah.
And I think that was really hindering her of not being patient.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then when they were doing the scramble, Joseph and Adam took the most efficient route. They went to the closest one, and then they went up, and then they went that way, and that was right near the pit stop. I mean, they didn't know that, but it was right near there. And that was the most efficient route. Down, up, left.
Yeah.
Izzy and Paige, their taxi driver said he knew the most efficient route. Mm-hmm. He took them down, left,
What's up with these French taxi drivers?
I know. They think they know the best route, and they'll tell them, I know the best route, I know all the shortcuts, and then they end up getting them in the worst places. So Izzy and Paige, they went down, left, right, and now they have to go back this way. Yeah. So personally, I think all that time of getting them back there, Joseph and Adam are already there. Mm-hmm. So I think Joseph and Adam are getting there first, because even though they were very close, Izzy and Paige finished very soon after Joseph and Adam. They didn't take the most efficient route, and Joseph and Adam will get there first. Quel
dommage, as the French say. I completely agree with you, Sam. I'm not happy to see Izzy and Paige go. I think it's going to happen, though. But, I think with anything, reality TV, if you've been a fan long enough, you'll know never trust the edit, right?
Yeah.
You know, the edit will make it always look like something's close or that there's, you know, tension. Because you have to build tension till the last second. That's the nature of reality show. But what the producer shows isn't always the truth, right? And, you know, I had this conversation this week about Survivor as well because, you know, they were talking about how, because there's 2 Sophies for the folks who haven't been watching Survivor 49.
Go Soph.
Yeah, right, and they've been now labelled as Soph and Sophie. So I saw a tweet that basically Soph, who is Blue Sophie, was talking about how she and Sophie both wanted to be Blue Sophie and Yellow Sophie when they got to the merge, but apparently Jeff turned around and said, it's too confusing, so we want you to be Soph and Sophie, which is even more confusing because there's only 2 letters difference with that one, which is ridiculous. And then I know somebody commented on that video and said, you know, Jeff said on his On Fire podcast that he let them figure it out themselves. And okay, you immediately got right, and somebody replied to that saying never believe anything Jeff says because he always phrases it in a way that he wants to like he controls the narrative. With all reality TV shows, it's just the producers they're wrapping up a product for us and they want it to look all pretty and nice with a bow on top, and so what we actually see isn't always the truth on reality show. It's a manipulated version.
Yeah, they control the narrative.
Of course they do, right? And it's not like they're making out somebody said something that they didn't say, but it's just things aren't always as they seem, if that makes sense. So that's kind of I think where things are going with this edit here. But I think we're both in consensus here that Izzy and Paige will be the ones who get eliminated, and Joseph and Adam I think will make it through the final 3. But I think it's time that we make we're going to double down on our winner picks because it's next week.
Yeah.
Jazz and Jag.
Jazz and Jag.
Jazz and Jag.
Hands down.
Jazz and Jag. Let us know in the comments section who you think is going to win the Amazing Race. If you get it right, then you'll get a round of applause from me and Sam. Well done.
Gold star.
You get a gold star. In fact, we'll do that next week. If you've guessed it correctly, we'll read it out next week on next week's video and see if you got it right. So let us know in the comment section below who you think is going to win the Amazing Race. That is all of your Amazing Race updates for today, folks. We thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Sam, how are you enjoying the end of this season, the back end?
Oh, I'm enjoying it, but I'm really sad that it's coming to an end.
Yeah, it's a two-sided thing for me. One, I'm sad because I've enjoyed the journey so much, but it feels like it's about time. I think for things, you know, it's been going a minute, and I'm also just ready for the holidays and Christmas, and you know, just kind of putting Christmas movies on, Christmas stuff, and you know, that's what I'm looking forward to. But I'm very much excited for the finale next week, and I hope you guys are too. We just want to thank everybody who's joined us this season. Of course, we still got one more week to go, but it's been lovely having you all along for the ride and supporting us this in this new venture on TV Talks with Tom. You know, it's very different to Big Brother. You know, a very different game, very different commentary, I think, as well. But I find it more kind of laid back and it's more kind of fun. I like having Sammy. I like having both of us just kind of being conversational. We are like this when we're sat on the couch, you know. So it's very much kind of just you guys getting an insight into me and Sam nattering away at our favourite shows, which is always fun. And I hope you've enjoyed being a part of the journey this season, Sam.
I've loved it so much. Like, seriously, I want to go back and watch all the other seasons because we've seen one. I've seen a modern one too, but this was really fun, and I'll be excited for next season. It's you looked like you were like teasing a little something there, Sam. Sam may or may not be joining us in the future. We'll see. But there's all sorts of other reality shows in the calendar, you know, that are coming up. You know, since always in the Big Brother off season, where once everything's done, because everything's so chock-a-block for 3 months, I always catch up on my favourite shows, and I've been able to do that, and it's been absolutely wonderful. We watched Celebrity Traitors UK. So good. Oh my god.
Magnifique. It was just incredible. I love that one so much. Gold TV.
Gold TV.
There's a show in the UK called I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here! And that was my favourite when I was younger, and I'm kind of falling back in love with that show and watching that one.
We're watching the 2009 season.
We are, which is one of my favourites. And the
lovey.
Yeah, the iconic Kim Woodburn, who many of you may know from her stint in Celebrity Big Brother UK. Wonderful Kim. Yeah, I don't know if wonderful's the word. She's iconic. Iconic is the word I would use to describe Kim.
Yes.
And she's in that season of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It's giving. And
So good.
listen, because Americans are listening, the great George Hamilton, the Hollywood legend George Hamilton's also in that season.
He's fantastic.
It's a great cast.
It's a stacked cast.
It's a great cast. And this is the first season of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here you've seen.
First full season, yep. I've seen like clips here and there. I think I watched like the beginning of a season, but this is my first full season I'm watching.
Yes.
And, oh, it's so good. I'm obsessed with it.
It's really, really good. There's the old boxer Joe Bugner, who I think many older viewers might know. But yeah, the season that's airing right now, I'm trying to think who Americans will know. Jack Osborne's probably the most likely son of Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. Jack, he's on the current season right now. I don't think there's any other American. I mean, Jack is an American, but he sounds American because he spent a lot of time in America.
Well, he grew up there, yeah.
Ruby Wax, she's also an American. She did a lot of interviews back in the. She did interviews with OJ. She straight up asked OJ, "Did you do it?" Right? No.
Oh, her. Yes.
And then OJ said, "I'm going to continue this. I'm going to continue this interview with you right now, as long as you don't ask me any more questions." And then Ruby goes, "Okay, great, but did you do it?"
Yeah.
Ruby is an icon.
Iconic.
She's also on this season. So yeah, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. If y'all are able to find some kind of streaming thing somewhere for that, check that out. You'll thank us for it later.
Amazing. You just see celebrities being tortured with bugs and drinking and eating all sorts of crazy things.
But on the other side of things, it's also a very feel-good show, watching everybody, because usually they get along quite well and they all have a good laugh, and
they bond
and you find yourself belly laughing, and it's very heartwarming for a lot of it.
What I love about it is like there's no like music or like choppy editing like they do a lot of the times in the States of like the dramatic like do with the like I do love that, but I also like love the authentic just like conversation. It's really nice.
That's why I
enjoy it.
See, because that's the thing for me, because I grew up on the UK reality shows, but I have made a living from the US reality shows, and I've got something I appreciate on both sides.
They're both like great, but I really do appreciate, because I don't see it as much. I really do appreciate like the authentic kind of.
That's why the live feeds are great on Big Brother, because like I mean the reality TV I grew up on that I fell in love with was watching people just have conversations without music in the background, or watching an argument occur without music in the background, or whatever. And sometimes they'll put silly music on if they're doing like a montage of whatever, but like I just love watching the conversations just kind of naturally occur without like, then it cuts to the diary room and so we walk out to the backyard and everything is huge. Like it's like, there's none of that. It's just if people go the diary room and then, or the bush telegraph as they call it, and they just spill their mind.
It's similar to watching live feeds.
Yes. Yeah. It's great. So go watch that. But we're running out of time, folks. Yeah. So we gotta wrap this up soon. Thank you so much for everybody watching. We appreciate every single last one of you. Sam, you want to join in with me?
Yes.
Okay. So we hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, you can say it with me if you know the words.
I do.
But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next Amazing Race Breakdown, I've been your host, Tom VASEY.
And Sam VASEY.
Good night.